Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question. Fred, you wanted to talk a little bit about the azalea family and the rhododendrons.
Well, to my knowledge, unless somebody has tampered with what used to be facts, all plants of the nature called azalea are indeed rhododendron family. Then the differentiation comes in many ways, but right now, the big flowers that are 8 and more inches across, combining probably 15 or more flowers themselves and flower heads, are called rhododendron. The ones that have a smaller flower head, slightly different formed petals and so on, are called azaleas. And we don't really need to worry about it because they all require the same basic considerations. Much like I was talking to Greg, when you dig a hole to plant an azalea, let's just start right at the beginning. It's probably undoubtedly going to come out of a container. I like to suggest people actually measure the soil depth inside the pot. Dig the hole 1 inch less deep than that, so that the plant sits a little higher in the ground than you would plant some other things. Then, depends on the size of the plant you're buying, the size of the container, but dig the hole at least 2 feet wider than the ball or the root mass of the plant. Then I like to recommend that you go up, sit on the porch, and have your favorite beverage and cool off, let your muscles settle down a little bit, and then go back and make the hole wider yet. And then once you have made the hole wider, add lots of organic matter to the soil. Now, I would not dispose of all the clay and totally transform that area. I would mix probably 50% of our interesting yellows and blue-black clays, along with chopping in a tremendous amount of organic matter by volume. Anyway, put that back in around the plant after you have pulled the can off, of course, and then after you've used your favorite knife blade that you're going to use to rip the roots, or cut the roots, I should say, every 3 inches around that ball, and about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch deep. This does several things. One, it stops the roots from circling as the pot shape is concerned. Number two, then, when you massage the root ball, it'll open up the tightness of that root mass and allow water to get back into the root mass. It is amazing to me, and I've known it to be a fact for a long time, but people will tell me when a plant dies that they have watered faithfully. And I've learned long since that they did mean that, but they didn't score the ball. They didn't loosen up the roots before they put the plant in the ground and backfilled. So the water that used to be held and retained by the edge of the pot no longer does that. So the water hits this non-soil, runs across the top, runs down the outer edge of the root ball, and out into the soil you've prepared, and never waters the actual plant. That is a big cause of death right after planting. And it's most unfortunate. So let's just say that you've added the organic. I would, at the planting time, add some powdered sulfur, and I'm going to tell you anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 cup. And on a bigger plant, big plant, you could even use maybe 1 cup of sulfur. Now, it is an acidifier. It works down into the soil very, very slowly. So you add that as a powder, chop it right in with the organic matter, and you get the project started. Then when you plant, and even though there's some argument on this, I use muriacid again to water the plant in for the first couple of times, and then, we should have a happy plant from there on.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
We've had a lot of questions about how we started the Dollar Saving Divas and why we do this.
I know. Well, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Leslie.
And we are the Dollar Saving Divas, but we do more than just
Dollar saving tips. But we started talking about this. It was
15 years ago when we used to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember we started it because we both like the same kind of food.
Yeah.
So we would go in search of
It was lunch every day.
Lunch every day.
Let's find the best chili.
Let's find the best crab cake. Remember, we would just go place to place.
And we would compare, and it was just our fun little lunch break every day.
It was a joke that we said, we ought to do this sometime for like a radio show
And at the time, we both had young kids. And so we were trying to find ways to, even cut costs and still provide all those things that you want to provide for your family. And live within your budget.
And I used to do a lot of events and marketing. So, we've done everything from tricks and tips on, party planning and how to decorate a table to different foods. I mean, we've traveled around the community to lots of different
we discovered some things in the community that, we didn't know were there. We thought, well, gosh, other people should know.
Exactly. Great shopping places. We even took a vacation to Naples, Florida, which I think we should do more of that traveling.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Yeah, we should do more
I think some international would be good.
But I think it's a lot of our life experiences. It's a lot of life
experiences. We're not going to say how many combined, but
sharing that with other people.
Yeah, I don't want to say we could, together it would be like.
No, we're not going to say that.
I'm not even going to go there. I think it's really funny when we're now actually going and looking for sponsors. I mean, people are actually following us, and they're,
I know.
It's amazing. It's like
people do want to hear what we have to say.
And actually, I've heard some people even take notes. They have to replay it because, I want to know where that really good happy hour is, and
well, everybody wants to know where a really good happy hour is.
Well, and we're really good because we know where all the good happy hours are. Just ask us any place you live.
All those years of work, you need to know a good lunch spot and a good happy hour spot,
and never the two shall meet because you shouldn't be drinking at lunch. But it's just been really fun, and I think we're really expanding the things we're doing, which is I never thought that people would actually listen to us.
Well, I think that's the fun part is we are doing what's fun to us.
Exactly. So it's not like it's work.
Right. We're just having a good time and talking about it.
And maybe we shouldn't be talking about some of the good times that we have.
Well, right. Probably a little censorship would be good.
Well, I think we go bleep, bleep in between things.
That's why these podcasts are really 20 minutes, but we edit them down to 8.
Yes, because
there's so many things that should go in there.
Yes, bleep, bleep. It's like that. What is it? What do they do on the on TV? It's like the lag time or the...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have to have a 10-second delay.
That's it, a 10-second delay. But we've really had fun, and so I hope people continue to listen to us.
Yeah.
And if people have things that they thought would make a good podcast, they really ought to, contact us.
Let us know, because we're always open to new adventures.
Yeah, particularly do they include travel, food, and
alcohol?
Yeah.
And we're down.
We're good to go.
Circle270media.com